By now, you may have heard DOGE is set to shut down multiple Montana government offices, one of them being Bozeman's U.S. Geological Survey's Northern Rocky Mountain Science Center, and it's located in that building you see right there behind me. But something that hasn't been talked about a lot yet is what the outcome of these closures could look like.
These people aren't sitting around playing cards all day. They're doing things for us, for the people who live in Montana.
Since the news came to light last week, many people have expressed concerns regarding DOGE shutting down at least 12 Montana government facilities. For Chris Servheen, a retired Fish and Wildlife Service employee of 35 years, he is especially concerned with the future of U.S. Geological Survey's Northern Rocky Mountain Science Center, or NOROC.
I have a lot of worry about what does that mean for all those scientists there. If you shut down their offices, what happens to the people?
Although Chris never worked directly with NOROC, he was the grizzly bear recovery coordinator for Fish and Wildlife Services. He understands how important the research done at their facility is.
Those scientists contributed a tremendous amount to the management and conservation of wildlife and natural systems in not only in Montana, but in multiple areas of the Northern Rockies.
Some work done at NOROC includes research on invasive species such as zebra mussels and brucellosis, research in climate change, monitoring the status and health of the grizzly bear population in the greater Yellowstone ecosystem, and more, which is why one of Chris's biggest concerns:
the people that are making these cuts have no idea about all these issues that we face in Montana, but our congressional delegation supposedly does. So why aren't they speaking up and say, hey, wait a minute, this can't happen?
Last week, a spokesperson with Congressman Ryan Zinke sent me a statement regarding DOGE cuts. Part of that statement read, "Paying for empty buildings is not in the best interest of Montana taxpayers." Similar statements were made by Senator Steve Daines at a recent press conference. Chris's response to that?
Well, the USGS office in Bozeman is on the campus there of MSU, and it's not empty, it's full.
I reached out to both Bozeman offices that are on DOGE's chopping block, NOROC, as well as the Bozeman Fish Health Center. I have yet to hear back from either agency. So there are still a lot of unanswered questions about who is in these buildings and what their future holds. But Chris says if you aren't at least a little bit concerned like him,
well, if you don't care, then you don't care about healthy wildlife in Montana. You don't care about healthy streams and healthy fisheries. I would ask people that if they don't care about any of those things, then why do they live in Montana?
Chris tells me if you do care,
what the public needs to do is contact their congressional delegation and say, where are you guys? Why don't you speak up and help us out?
In Bozeman, Cassidy Powers, MTN News.